Good morning. Buenos dias. Just in time. 10 seconds till the bell. We're ready to roll this morning. I've already got what's in play. We've got some small gaps here on the chart. Let's get those pulled up as the bell rings. I was looking at Uber. Let's get back to my QQQ over here. Let's get the stream fired up and going. Let's get some music playing in the background. We get chat pulled up. Boom. Boom. Are we live? Are we good? Somebody jump in the chat. Give me a good morning or a buenos dias, an avocado or something. How's everybody feeling out there? Thursday. I'm excited. We have a interesting day today. I am actually going to do something here. Let me leave there. We did have PPI this morning. Market is coming down just a little bit. I was taking a look at a few different things here. Let's get back to NQ. Coming down a little bit. You can see when the data came out this morning, we were a little bit hot on the numbers this morning. Avocado, there it is. Chad, buenos dias. 49's here. Good to see you guys this morning. And we're coming right into the pivot point. There's a lot of orders sitting down here at this area. I'm going to get some fresh drawings on here on the chart. Kind of let this first part work out just to take a look what we had this morning. Let me get back to this morning. Here's all the data that came out this morning. I don't know why it shows loading again on my screen. Let's get that fixed. There we go. Some of these numbers are a little bit hot on the PPI. The jobless claims came in pretty hot. Where are we at? Oh, these numbers are actually a little bit different. Okay, so right here, year over year came in above expectations. Where is the month? There it is, right here. This one, 0.4, 0.3 previous, 0.2 expectation. So a little bit of hot print there. You're seeing the market pull back. It needed to pull back. I kind of mentioned this. I mentioned this morning on Spaces. I said, after yesterday, we needed to pull back. So because of this, we needed to pull back. The question was, how long was it going to take to pull back into this area and find some support for us to get long again? Does this number give us the pullback quicker than what it probably would have taken? Or does this cause maybe a little bit of concern? That's going to be the question of the day. We'll have to figure that out as it goes. Make the screen a little bit bigger. I'll put myself in the bottom corner down here. Good morning again to everyone. I see more people joining in. We'll get some links tweeted out. You guys know I don't like trading the open of the market. If I'm in a position from pre-market, I'm usually trimmed way down to runners and tightening up stops. I don't like being in this opening volatility as things kind of figure themselves out, but I am excited about getting that 15-minute orb, the 30-minute orb set, and then seeing what can set up for us a little bit. Get back to where I was going over here. Get some things going on the chart here. I was doing some charting stuff last night, and a lot of my there we go. A lot of my settings did not save or saved. Okay, this once again, this is the area that I want to be long on QQQ actually. So I know there's orders down lower, but this is the area. This is the previous week high, which you can see if I turn this off. This is the previous week high. Back here, that's intraday. This is a decent support area that I would look to hold previous week high. That's right there. You can see me flashing it on and off. It was also our NFP high right here. So this is kind of the area I would look for it to hold. If this breaks, then we possibly come back down towards this area. Take a look at SPY. SPY looks like it's directly in the middle. After we get this first 5-minute candle, there we go. We see our gap to fill is actually the upside on SPY. That's worth watching. I would think we go fill that gap. We have a decent gap here. We'll have to do some measurements and stuff to see. Let's see how big this gap is. One of the first things I look at every morning with Edgeful, 0.42% on the gap there. Let me get to QQQ. By size. I know I went real fast. I went just straight to the gap fill report, went to QQQ, and I went here by size, and we're in this range. So 50-50 shot that we fill this gap. Gap down 50-50 for that size gap. Let's take a look at SPY. Let's see, where did SPY close today? Yesterday, it was right up in here. Open the day here, 0.5 or so. 0.15. I mean, this SPY gap's going to fill. Either way you look at it. All right, so you look for SPY. Look for SPY to hold this level and go fill this gap. That's the first thing I'm watching for. First thing that I'm watching for right there. For those of you that were on the stream yesterday, we got long right here, and it was a beautiful afternoon of just slow grind, trimming, and taking profits on the way. We got long right in this area too. It was beautiful. Let's see if we do our fibs from yesterday, just intraday. We're right at the golden fib right here as well. I like this for possible support. This area where these wicks are coming out of, I think we're going to probably push back up this direction. Probably back into that 700, 725. I don't really want to take a long this early in the morning, but that's where I would be leaning. I just don't like this first portion of the day here. And for those that were on the stream yesterday as well, for those that were on here yesterday, I did not know my son was going to be out of school, but we got that taken care of today. They're not here, so you won't hear kids screaming in the background today. I appreciate you guys sticking in with me yesterday. Those that hung out with us. Get back to my normal layout here. But yeah, how's everybody doing in chat? What are we watching for today? What are your thoughts? Y'all fill me in. Somebody jump in the chat. Tell me what they think we've got going on today. Still bullish, right? Hot number, but we're still bullish. It's going to be an interesting day. Interesting thing to try to figure out. Once again, I'm watching for this to hold this support area. Same thing on QQQ right here. And I want to go fill this. Now, if this fills, then we look for possible rejection on the gap fill too, though. But with that data report, I don't know, we may continue down. That was a decently hot. Earnings today, guys. We do have Broadcom this afternoon and Costco both. So it'll be interesting to see Broadcom in that semiconductor space. The chart actually on Broadcom is very interesting. So if I just hide this, just take a look at this Broadcom. There's a top, another top. We're pushing for basically a triple or quadruple top. A nice, you see this trend right here? This right here. And then it basically looks like a flag breakout, right? I mean, it broke out and fell back in. Now it's breaking out again. I mean, there's your flag pole, basically. Broadcom on the chart looks good. We'll have to see how the earnings go. Costco reporting today as well. Where's my Costco? Right there. Costco broke 1,000 yesterday for the first time. Crazy moves on Costco. Been a banger of a stock, along with my Walmart, of course. Those of you that follow me know I love Walmart. All right, let's get back to it. Let's see. We're stuck in this range. I mean, if you take a long here or a short here, you're just getting chopped right now. I want to see this first kind of part of the day work itself out. What happened to my? There we go. Nvidia just looks bad. Lost the previous week low. And I just look at this Nvidia chart, and it's not like in trouble. It's just not acting well. We did run a lot yesterday, so profit taking, a little bit of a hot number. We could have a choppy kind of pullback day. But anytime you have a big move in the market like this, a lot of times I mean, look at this in the bigger time frame and tell me this is not your back test spot. I mean, this is a spot that I would look for this back test to do this, right? I mean, uptrend, you break out, you back test previous week's high, previous day high, maybe even if you undercut, and you move on. About to get our 15-minute orb set here. I've got that already turned on. Let's get down to the 5 minutes so we can see it here early in the morning. Still want to see, I mean, maybe even see this tested, and then see what kind of reaction we get. I want to see this base down here, though. The stats say that we should go fill the gap out on SPY up to here. I think you probably get long if you want to right now. But an inside day would actually make plenty of sense. Edgeful made this music for me. I really kind of like this little vibe. It's the same that's on that intro video. AMD is up nice today. Uber is one that's on my watch list as well. I took a little position on Uber yesterday. Let me find, where's my Uber? Look at this bounce. So I drew this trend line yesterday on Uber. I think it's getting unfairly kind of beaten up. But anytime it's got in this trend line down here over the last however long, bounce, 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 bounce. Let's see if this bounces. I took an Uber long position yesterday, and I'm looking for the 70, 73, 75 area, and then hopefully a continued move. I think this is unfair to Uber. People worried about them. There was some good comments that came out after hours that helped as well, but I like this. I like this setup on Uber here. Still holding the same area. If yesterday's order pie and today's order pie are the same, that's going to be hilarious. Why did I keep clicking the wrong button? Huh. Some news coming out. Google's raising the price on YouTube TV. Be patient on this, guys. There it is. Thoughts on SPY, up or down? And are we getting a rally this year? Osman, that's a great question. It really is, and that's a tough question to answer. So, you look at this in the bigger sense of things. Turn off some stuff here. You look what we're doing. We made a high here, pulled back, made a new high here, pulled back, making a new high here, pulling back. Typically the seasonality, let me show you, if you guys know seasonality, you can take a look at the actual seasonality. You hear people talk about the Santa rally, right? We hear the Santa rally all the time. So typically we do have a green December. If we go back over the last 3 years, let's go to 5 years and see if it's the same. 5 years of data. Pretty strong Decembers. Normally, obviously strong November. We saw that recently, right? Especially election year, even adds in a little bit more to that. If I switch this to weekly though, the week that we're currently in, so this week into next week, on average, we have this down. And I'm once again, I'm looking at the seasonality on SPY here. So over the last 5 years, this time period we're in is usually the dip before a strong finish to the year. You see kind of this next week or two going into Christmas, and then the last week of the year being very strong. So the way I look at this is probably now into FOMC next week, monthly, quarterly, quad witching, all the options expiration next Friday. That would kind of make the most sense to me, to get some type of dip between now and then into the end of the year, we push up. That's kind of my basic thoughts, and I have some data behind that. And then we put in, the rest of the, what do you want to call it? The rest of the story right now in the market, which we could go into a deep conversation on that. But I just don't see any reason why we wouldn't continue this bullish move. I mean, there seems to be no fear in the market at all right now. Seems to be a lot of bullish positioning in the market right now. So I'm not bearish by any means. That doesn't mean I'm full port long either, right? We've been on a crazy run, trimming, looking for some individual names, still trading my futures intraday, and hopefully we keep running. We keep looking at our continued long-term. Look at our long-term stuff. It just makes you smile right now, right? The long-term portfolios are hitting all-time highs. So still have this gap here on QQQ. Like I said, about 0.43. That's about a 50-50 shot of filling. The SPY one had better odds today. Very small gap. We could look for that to fill. I am looking for that to fill just based on the statistics there. Even if we end up falling back, I think maybe we bounce here or come back up here and look where this gap fill actually makes sense, because you kind of look at this area where we kind of stalled out and we're supporting yesterday. Maybe we get back into that, test it. QQQ still the same. I mean, you see these bottom wicks. That's it's selling pressure that's getting absorbed. All these bottom wicks, it's still getting absorbed. So buyers are still stepping in, holding this, even though we have selling pressure down here. So we'll see what happens. We still got 7 more minutes until that orb gets set. So we'll continue to monitor that situation there. Mag 7, you've got pretty much all red. Microsoft a little bit green, up a couple dollars. Apple break even right now. Meta down a little bit. Google's down. Amazon, Tesla, Nvidia. Nvidia just not acting well. Still not acting well. What's up, Imp? Trading in the hospital because the wife. Oh man, congrats, dude. Dude, Garrett, I know you want to trade. I know you want to make money. Get off of that phone, man. Get off the phone. Now, you may have some downtime. I appreciate you stopping by, checking in. You may have some downtime. Big congrats to Garrett. Garrett, I gave you a shout out yesterday on my tweet for that IB. Good eyes on that, by the way. I gave you a little shout out on that. But man, congrats, first baby. Your life's about to change for the better, brother. I am so fired up for you and your family. Big time. So everyone give a big shout out to Garrett. Hope everything goes smoothly. Praying for health and happiness there. But hey, congratulations, man. Enjoy it. I hope you brought comfortable shoes. If there's anything I remember from when my first son was born, all I did was pace around for like 14 hours and my feet were sore just from walking around on my feet all day. A little bit of nerves, a little bit of just anxiousness, but man, what a day. Big day. Congrats to Garrett. There it is. Visceral saying congrats. Dude, yeah, man, big day. That's awesome. Well, we're not moving at all. Spy is coming in just a bit here, but we're sitting right into support area. So I want to see some type of reaction away from this area. I don't blame you. Garrett. Yeah. Baby girl, man. Little princess on the way. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. Yeah. Keep your mind off things. I get it, but man, also just soak it up, man, because your life's gonna change. Everyone tells you your life changes when you have your first child, and you're like, well, yeah, obviously, responsibilities change. What they don't tell you is how it just like you'll have this like dad mindset thing that just like kicks in, and like it changes the way you think about things, the way when you wake up, when you look at the world. So just there's an internal change that's going to hit you, and you'll notice it probably about day 4. You're going to get home from the hospital with that beautiful, precious little baby, and about the second day, you're like, "Where's the manual? Like, what do I do?" But you're going to be great, man. You're going to be a great father. Excited for you. That's awesome, man. Big news out of Garrett this morning. That might be the biggest news of the day. We may not have anything more exciting than that, but we're fired up for Garrett. IWM coming in a little bit again today. Makes sense with that data print. Not any big reactions. Basically, you have a hot data print with a hot market, right? You got opposing things hitting each other. The thing that I'm being very cautious about today is that was a little bit of a hot number. But like I said at the beginning of the stream, are we starting? This is the pullback we needed. Did it just accelerate where we needed to pull back to, or do we actually see a little bit more concern in the market and maybe some people locking in profits after a new all-time high? 5 out of the 7 Mag 7 names yesterday, new all-time highs. That's and we did it without Nvidia, right? So QQQ new all-time highs. SPY didn't quite do it yesterday. The banks have been a little rough over there. XLF actually green today. That's good. We need the banks to kind of kick back up a little bit. They've been getting beat up. Energy down a little bit this morning. How are our other sectors doing? Tech down a little bit. XLY, that's discretionary, down a little bit. Nothing super concerning. How do I put this in the? Can I put my face on the other side? I can't. Oh well. Guys, if you don't know me or how I trade, whenever we are waiting on something to set up, I'm keeping eyes on everything, but I like to talk about other stuff. I talk about the market. I talk about anything. It keeps me from FOMOing into a trade, because if I just sit here and stare at this, I get FOMO. So I'm looking at, trying to, I talk about other things. I see what else is going on, continue my analysis, but I avoid FOMO by talking about other stuff, talking about sports, talking about life, So hopefully, if you guys have anything to throw in the chat, throw it in there. We'll talk about it. Visceral, completely agree with you here. That first day home is scary. yeah, instincts will take over, but man, you really have no idea what you're doing, but you figure it out, right? You figure it out as you go. But just being responsible for a life, it's such a crazy. You're like, what? Whoa, where's the where's the training manual? Where's the operating manual on this thing? But it is it's a wild feeling, man. But it's great. I've been through it twice. I've got 2 little ones myself. Those of you that were here yesterday, you heard them. Your house is not going to be quiet ever again, by the way, Garrett. But big day for you, man. Big day for you. That's awesome. Look at this box we're still chopping in, guys. I mean, just you see this? I mean, goodness gracious. How many candles do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, we just got our 30-minute orb and we haven't broke either side. We're gonna break one direction or the other, probably both, as tight as this is. Let me take a look at one thing over here on my other screen. All right. Microsoft's pumping this morning. That's at least something is moving. Microsoft looks good. Meta's doing well. Meta filled its gap, but see if it can get continuation. See what the 15-minute looks like. I'll just wait till we get out of this box. There's buyers down here at this level. There's continued buyers here. I want to get long, but I mean, I feel like if you get long anywhere down here and with a tight stop, you look for this move. You have orb high, VWAP. You got a lot over your head. I don't know. It's a tough call, guys. Look how tight this is. SPY still holding the previous week, or not previous week, still the previous day lows down here. But this is the NFP level, or non-farm payroll that came out. QQQ still holding right on previous week's high, which is also that NFP level. So multiple layers of confluence to hold here. What is... I mean, Microsoft's looking pretty good. The 15-minute orb and the 30-minute orb are going to be basically the same, aren't they? The first candle, is it 15 and 30-minute orb are going to be the same today. We'll get that IB on there here in a little bit. I mean, obvious resistance right here on NQ, but they're buying it. This is the blue line down here is the pivot point. You see the pivot point's at 660 today. That's mathematically calculated there. We're also right at the golden retrace. I went from yesterday's open, so just yesterday's action, golden retrace. I mean, it makes me think we probably hold this and push back up, at least push to 700, 697, that area, which is basically where we were right at the open high. You wonder if we come test this where this kind of the data reaction came up to. I mean, we're within the data reaction still. If you look at this, the data came out in this candle. So between here and here is basically where PPI reaction happened. And we haven't done anything. I tell you what, every time I go on stream, it seems like we don't move. Yesterday we had a nice pop and continuation, but 3 out of 4 of these streams so far have been slow mornings, huh? I mean, the gap fill should push us up, and we're on support. SPY is not holding in very well, though. I'm just going to be patient, guys. There's no point taking after this. I mean, this is right in the middle. I mean, I can even go from CPI data release. This is the midpoint of yesterday's move, and that was the big part of the move. If I go to the actual, I mean, this is yesterday's low is also, opening low. We're testing that right now. So SPY is breaking to the downside here. IWM definitely breaking. Let's see if QQQ holds still. Any of you guys taking any trades? Are y'all short on this? I see the argument, especially if this fails, if this level fails. I'm looking at this multiple ways. I really don't want it to fail because the setup's nicer the upside, but if it doesn't confirm a setup, it's not a real setup, right? I think maybe you try the long down here. Did break orb low though. It doesn't immediately get back into it. I'm not excited, but this is the area. I say area because like it's not just like right off the level, but I mean, if you're bullish, this is your spot. I don't like this coming through previous day low. This may be a short today. This may be one of those days that undoes yesterday. You break previous day low at this point. You usually don't have a green day. Yeah, I'm staying away from the longs right now, guys. We broke previous day low. Let me show you guys the stats on that. Previous day range. Previous day low, there's only 26% of the time that we actually reverse this back up. 74% chance we have a red day now on SPY. Which means coming up to here, it is your golden retrace though. There's multiple things I can see. I think it's still a short. I think this may be a short today. Back down to 600. The big orders are sitting at 600, so I think we're going to come down. That's about 40 points. I almost want to get in this trade here, short side, because we broke it down. SPY, yeah. SPY coming. Previous day low broken. Yeah, this is a short for now. I think this is I think we're coming down to here on QQQ. I really do. $575 to 600 area. Yeah. Yep, this is gonna be a short further down. That's why I didn't take the long. It just didn't look good. I mean, lower highs, the trend's down. This was holding, support was holding, and then it didn't, right? We failed the previous week high. I look for us to stay outside of that on QQQ and that NFP high. We failed that. SPY failed previous day low. Broke previous day's range to the downside. That's a bearish setup. How's this for an interesting stat? When SPY breaks the previous day's range to the downside on Thursdays, it's a 90% chance we're going to be red today. This is going straight into a tweet. Straight into a tweet. Yeah, I want to short this too, but I want to see if it like comes back up and rejects again. I don't want to short right where we're at. Bob's here. What's up, Bob? What's up, Bob? Good morning. I need a pop to get short on. Back into this area, I would get short. You could have done it on this candle, actually. I would have liked it a little bit higher for the risk reward, but you're also staying underneath right here where the data reaction is. Directionally, I think you have to look short. Yeah, as long as we stay under this, it's a short. I think you could get short anywhere in here, and your stop would be a close back up into this range. So acceptance back into the orb range and outside of previous week's high, as well as this NFP. So mark this level right here on your chart, 526.71 on Qs. Basically right here, 650 to 660 is your flip range. I'm actually going to put that on the chart here. Let's draw a box there. Right here. And we'll just go down to here. Actually, I'm going to go up to this. This is going to be the zone I watch today. Because a reclaim of this, so if we draw a little path here. So if we do something like this and get up in here, reclaim, then we look long. But until that happens, even though these bottom wicks look, look, we're holding right where I just marked, but you broke down. This could be a back test and then a fell. It's a choppy area right here, but we almost got down to that 600. There's a ton of orders sitting right here. I'm going to put a line here and we'll mark that on the chart. We're going to call it right here. This is why we're patient. This is why FOMO. If you FOMO'd into that short, you just got your head ripped off. Look where this box, I drew this box before this candle went green, and look what it held. That's why we wait and we're patient on our setups. Chad, you want some different music? Here, let's try. How's this one, Chad? No, I don't like that one. Let's try. Got a couple other options. I think the lo-fi is the one that How's that one, Chad? I would love for this to be a look below and reclaim and just rip faces. still under the 21. Still not really reclaiming or below yet, but we did reclaim this. So now on Qs, so I like Qs to the upside more than SPY because Qs has been stronger. A wick down in this area again, I think you try the long. But it looked like a short. I didn't take any position yet because it didn't have any like back test. Didn't have any back test like confirmation for me. I mean, when I look at this, I see this and I see this wick get bought up, and then I see the next candle like was down here, right? But we held this fib level down here, which is kind of the last line of support. And we're reclaiming all this. We reclaimed the box. We never closed outside of the box that I drew. Now we're trying to get over the 21 EMA. We got VWAP and half back over our head. This is still rejection. I mean, it could still. There's a lot of things that could still happen here. I don't have any like strong confluence either way. It could still do this, right? I mean, that's still very well within reason. It looks like it wants to go higher. All these orders, so I typed in this down here, bookmap orders. All of these orders, there's a large amount down there that didn't get filled either, and they haven't moved them. So we'll see if they start to chase, but this looks like a failure to break the level, kind of a dip below, fake out. We look for break and base below, right? We had a break and immediate reclaim. That's pretty strong. Super Nintendo. Bob, you may be the first person I've ever heard mention Pilot Wings. That was one of my favorite games on Super Nintendo when I was a kid. That is hilarious. Most people have no idea what Pilot Wings is. That is awesome. A Pilot Wings reference. All right. Oh, pick your poison this morning. Goodness gracious. I haven't taken one single trade. Wow, that was one of the first games I played as a kid. I was, probably mid 90s. I was, 5, 6, 7, 8 years old as I was growing up. That was one of the first games I ever played. I feel like, so the same thing. Music's a little loud. Yeah, I can turn it down. Chad, no, we're trying to refine this to a new stream. We're still trying to get things. We just got this restream software we just got yesterday. There we go. I just turned that music down just a tad. Guys, if you have anything you want to look at, if you got anything with the stream, any like issues, please let me know. The only way I get better on this, we get things fine-tuned, is from y'all's feedback. Appreciate all of you that have joined in. We have over 48 people have joined in this morning. so far. Look at this move. So now we did do a double break. I mentioned that. I figured we would double break that orb as tight as it was. We broke the bottom side, and we're breaking the upper side. The fact that we failed, bears fell, they fumbled hard down here. I think 720p, I don't know if I can up that. I don't think it's a camera issue. I think it's a, it's definitely not a camera. My camera goes up to 4K. I think it is because we're streaming to multiple platforms. I don't know. We'll have to check that. We'll check that, Bob, next time. Pretty nice turnaround. NVIDIA not participating at all in this turnaround, though. So while everything else is moving up, NVIDIA is not really participating. Let's look at some of our other. Look at Meta. Meta is doing very well. Microsoft was kind of the strongest one this morning. Market does turn around. Microsoft's definitely probably where you want to be today. That looks like the strongest. Apple having a nice move here as well. 15 minutes sometimes gives you a little bit better picture. That kind of looks like a tweezer bottom. Kind of looks like now we want to hold this area here, orb high. Kind of want to see if we hold this orb high. This level right here, which is basically 700, and try to get long off of that. Let this kind of catch up. See if these EMAs catch up a little bit. The other thing would be is if this gets massively rejected. So I'm looking at this here yesterday. This became kind of an SR flip area. We come back down. It was resistance earlier. Failure to go lower. Can we go higher? I don't know. It needs to get away from this. Bob's got the 1 gig over there. I don't know I wonder what mine's running at right now. I have 1 gig if I'm like standing right at my router. There you go, Bob. This is on Wi-Fi. 400 download and 300 plus upload. I think we're all good on bandwidth. Yeah, we're good. Here's proof that I'm in Mexico right now, if anybody ever doubted it. We do have a 30-year bond auction this afternoon. Just keep your eyes on. That's the only real thing. Close out some of these other tabs here. If we bounce here, I think it's a long. This is where we need to try to hold. So maybe start trying to take a long. Did we hold 700 right there? We did. That may have been the entry. That may be a spot. I would like it better if these EMAs and VWAP kind of got up here a little bit more to this. So if this kind of does this, maybe it pushes again, and then this right here, I think I would like the long. I'm listening to the guys on Spaces. They're all they're all there as well. Let's see. Bob, is it getting better if I like just zoom in my if I make this bigger? I can zoom in to like there. Does that make it look any better for you? If this just backtests orb high, it's a hammer long, right? That's what I think. So I have a 49-inch widescreen monitor here. So like I have to like kind of change the resolution for screens or for streams sometimes. I don't know if I do this, you see you see this right here, 49-inch ultra wide something. I can't remember. I think it's Samsung. Yeah, bought it at Costco actually, of all things. Got this one on a Black Friday deal. This monitor over here, Black Friday deal. Well, oh, we got a question. Sorry, I missed this. Danik. I am mostly trading futures in Q. Nasdaq futures is the main thing I like to trade. I'm looking at this right now because I want to get long. I think we're going to get this right here. The question is, can we get over this? Yeah, I'm mostly trading Nasdaq futures. I look at QQQ and SPY the most for that. QQQ is obviously the Nasdaq ETF. NDX is the underlying, and NQ is the future. Three monitors. 20. Oh, back before I moved down here, I had a full setup at my office. I had two 34-inch widescreens. I had stacked 27s beside it. I had a TV on the wall that was connected to another laptop I could use. I had stuff all over the place. I need to. I would love to build my own PC, Bob. If I had the time, that's something I would get deep in the woods on. Now I've like built a server. I've upgraded some of our office PCs and stuff back home, but just not that deep into it. Side fades. What percent of the time does NQNES take out both the low and highs of the overnight session? That is an interesting. I wonder if we have a report for that. I know there's some sessions. There it is right there. Let me take your comment down so we can see this. So overnight range. So ES overnight range breakout, 54% of the time it breaks the high or low. 53% or 43% of the time it's breaking both right here. Hold on one second. I want to take a long. I'm going to take a long here and risk down to here. I'm going to try a long off this. I'm not particularly excited about this candle, but I think I want to try a long here and get this as first target. Second target in here, third target up here. Let me see how this reacts as it comes back in. I'm going to take... I'm willing to risk it. I had a good day yesterday. I'm going to take a light long position right here, looking for breaking base on NORPI. And we've got EMA and VWAP support below. We've got this halfback spot. I'm not a big fan of how this candle's coming down. Oh, you found that report? Great. Danik, you asked which platform. So I'm looking at, I have TradingView pulled up here. I'm executing my trades on my broker over here. Excuse me, got a frog in my throat. 1 second. I'm trading on Top Step X right now. Is a platform I'm actually trading on live while we're doing this. Just for privacy concerns, I don't share that screen. I share this analysis screen. But yeah, I took a long, right around the 700. I got a fill at 700 and a fill at 97, which was that ORPI. I'm only risking about 15 points or so. If we get below this, I'll probably stop out. I could see it even coming down to here and still holding. But if anything, I'd rather this just immediately hold. So I'm going to go a little tighter risk on this one. Faded 84s and like to hold. Yeah, I on ES I can see ES has been the weaker. If you're gonna short one, it's ES. If you're gonna long one, it's NQ right now. I definitely see that. I definitely see that trade. Yeah, I definitely see that trade. I'm looking for the break and base above orb high here. That's what I'm looking for. So yeah, I'm in long here on NQ. It's short ES or long NQ. Take your pick. And knowing it could be a choppy inside day, I'm keeping tight targets. All right, so here's what it looks like. Oh, no, go back up here. So here's what it looks like, guys. We're long right in this area. We're risking about 15 points. We're looking for 30 points or so on the first part. We'll call it 27, 28 points. We're looking for the first part of the trade. Honestly, I'd probably take a small trim here at the data high, about 35 points or so. And then if we can get up here, that would be beautiful. That would give us about a 60-point trade. And we get down to runners at that point. I do have the outer VWAP band up here, so this is definitely going to be a first trim for me. Probably take off at least a third. I forgot to turn off this auto zoom. Microsoft's making a new high. That's helpful. NVIDIA's pushing a little bit. NVIDIA pushing new high of day, headed towards pre-market highs. I like seeing some confluence at our Mag 7 names. Meta just still hanging out up here at the highs. Apple, nice ripper. I like what this is doing. Let's see if we can get our first trim, guys. Let's go. You got to pump it up. Don't you know? Pump it up. You got to pump it up. Breaking base. We were patient all morning. Come on, market. Reward us with our first trim here. Come on. Come on. My average on this trade is 98. So let me adjust that. 98. There's my average. I have my trim is set at 24.25. So right there at that equal high. That's going to give me just over 20 points on that first part. Come on, get some follow through here. Come on, give me some follow through. Because we're still in these grindy all-time highs, I am not in a heavy position, like a full position, but I did take a decent position on this one. Tight risk, of course. We're only risking about 15 points. Come on, push us. Come on, Microsoft, break us out. Here's what it looks like on QQQ. We want to take this high out. This is where we really want to go. Here to 530, we want to go fill this gap. We need SPY to keep participating. This isn't the best looking candle. SPY's still fighting with the orb high. That's probably the only negative I see right now. And just obviously dealing with some of this area from yesterday. If I zoom out, this area from yesterday was what we're kind of dealing with here, but you got to pump it up. Don't you know? Laces out. Laces out, Dan. Laces out. Come on, we're trying to kick the field goal. That's what this looks like right here, by the way. I love this. This is a field goal post right here. You see it? Where's my drawing tool? I love this. I love this setup right here. Oh. Back. I love this setup right here. The field goal post. Come on, here we go. Push it. Come on, buyers. There goes Microsoft breaking out. Microsoft pushing, beautiful. Some of these other Mag 7 names. Amazon's helping us out here. Tesla, Meta. On Amazon, break that pre-market high. It's sitting right at it right now. We're so close to this trim spot. You could take the trim here if you want to. I mean, you're up 20 points. I mean, trade your plan, right? The 10-point upside gap on ES to look at. Let's see what NQ looks like. I like watching QQQ the most. That's just my style of trading. We have a gap on NQ up 75 points higher. That would be beautiful to go fill. It's a pretty decent sized gap, but we could go fill it. You never know. Let's go back to Vega. No trades today. I don't blame you. Honestly, this is the first one I've taken, and I'm not like super excited about it, but I'm taking the setup. It's there. I don't like this fourth rejection here. Multiple rejections here. We're still going to let this candle close and see, but if I mean, there's obviously major resistance to 717 right here. 717 into the 720s. Major resistance right now. But it is tough price action, Tony. Yeah. Tony Snow. Tough price action. This was dirty. This break and then this next candle that was like down here and then boom, that was dirty. We're coming right out of that first half hour. We do have our IB we can throw on here if we want to look at that. Let's take the orb off here and let's throw on IB. I've got orb on my other chart. I know Garrett's in the hospital right now with his IB, waiting on his baby daughter. I like IB by levels. Let's go back. Come on. Come on. Fifth try. Let's get it. Ooh, Tesla's at 428. I'm actually going to take a half trim here when we hit this level. I'm going to take off half just because of. No, you know what? Let's stick to the plan. I was second guessing myself there. Let's stick to the plan. I'm just gonna stick to my plan. I'm gonna take off a third like I originally planned. That it stopped you out down there. Accumulatata. That stops you out on this part down here. This right here stops you out. That's top. There's my fill. Boom. There it is. Just over 25 points. First trim. I'm out of third. Looking for the data high next. Data high is around 34 on NQ. Looking for a small trim there. And then see if we can get over this 25 though. Boom. So we got first trim there, guys. That was... how many points is that? 27? 25, we'll call it 25. Nice, easy number. 25 points on NQ. Boom, 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 boom. Let's ride. You know what it was? Chad, are you still here? Chad, when you switch the music, that's when it went bullish, right? When the music change made us bullish. We look for whatever, right? We're conspiracy. I feel like trading's kind of like baseball. Like there's so many statistics and stuff involved. There's so many probabilities that you play, and there's some superstitions. I feel like, at least for me. What's the old? Was it Michael Scott that said, "I'm not superstitious, but I am a little stitious." Yeah, I'm still using these fibs because if you look, we had a reaction right on this fib. There was respect on this fib. This is based off yesterday's range. And, you know, we need to get over this. That makes me feel a lot better. If we reject right here, it's actually not, I'd actually say it is common. It's not uncommon that you hit here and then you come up to here and reject. If this fails now, I kind of want to be out. Let me see. Clicking all over my screen now. Since I'm out of third, I can come up into this area and still keep a green trade. So that's what I'm going to do with my stop, actually. Because this is immediate selling at that level. I could have taken off half, like I said. Made some nice money on that trade, and this trade can't go against me. So stop is up. I'm not going all the way into profit, but even if I get stopped out down here at 6 points, I locked in 25. So I'm going to have a net green trade no matter what. We're going to manage this correctly. The good vibes. Yeah, Chad, you brought the good vibes. That's what it was. Between you and Garrett hitting us with that awesome news this morning. Good vibes. Still hanging in here. NVIDIA not really participating. So if we look at our Mag 7, get that off my screen. Need to get out of the IB. Fighting with it right here. This looks different because I zoomed in a little bit to make it clearer for you guys. Ooh, AMD's doing okay. NVIDIA still struggling. Still struggling. Microsoft, our strongest player this morning. Amazon double topping there at the pre-market high. Looking see if it can get some continuation. That is an ugly 15-minute candle on Apple. What But that's okay. Apple is Apple. Meta, decently strong here. I don't like what NVIDIA's doing, but if NVIDIA can just catch up to us, I still like this trade that we're in. The area we held is beautiful. Now we got to get back through resistance. We've accepted back in. Now we got to get through resistance. If we fill this gap, that would be the dream trade for today. Rotation, Bob. Yeah, a lot of rotation. I'll say this: it's healthy for the market. Rotation, very, very healthy. But at the same time, we run into the issue of semis were leading us, and the fact that we're doing this without them is really good. But at the same time, something's always going to be a little bit weak, right? But I would like to see the leaders be really strong, which Mag 7 right now is they're the main leaders, right? And 5 of those making all-time highs. There's nothing bearish about anything in this market right now. And where we're at, just the context, I mean, the reason I'm looking for longs is because look at this uptrend. Look what we're doing. Honestly, we never even back tested this high, which I thought we probably would, but that's how strong this is. But you look at this breakout and then back test. Let me get this fib off of here. There's your high from Monday. Come back in, you hold, breakout yesterday on data. I mean, this looks good on a 4-hour. You can't convince me otherwise. I mean, just look at that. This looks beautiful. Look at the hourly. Everything about these charts looks so good to me right now. Half hour, pretty good. I mean, there's still cause for concern. I mean, if you look kind of this area, I still think we're going to come up to here. I think we're going to get 750 to 760. That's going to be kind of my main focus for this trade. It looks like it wants to go, though. This is looking... But hey, take out data highs, Tony. Yeah, that's what we want. Take them out. At least test them. So that's my key here. I want to test those, and I'm going to take another small trim. I'm going to be out half of my position if we hit that 34. That's going to lock in a nice 35-ish point trade, 36-point trade. Boom, we're out half. Made some money. Lock it in. Lock it in. Come on, make the push right here. Right here, I have a trim set. Right here, I have a limit sell on my chart. Just filled my second trim here at the data highs at 34. I'm up 36 points on this trade. I'm out half. Stops are going in profit now. How's that, chat? How we feeling? How we feeling on the longs? Tony, there's it. There's our data highs. Boom. We want stops in profit now. In profit. I want stop up. I can't. TradingView doesn't let me put my stop in profit on this visual, but I'm going to move my stop at least to break even. I think I want to go in profit, actually. Let's go to... Honestly, I think I'm going to put it up here. What's this impulse right here? No, let's put it at break even. We're going break even stop. we're out half the trade. YouTube delayed more than Xbit. Yeah, so streaming obviously delays a little bit more. It all depends how you stream and how much streaming is going on and stuff. The hard thing about, one point I want to make to you guys, this should be, we're going to talk about this. Hold on, how do I flip these? There we go. So we should be trading, what is that noise? What is the music doing? I don't know what that was. We're going to trade the music, and we're getting a nice little push here. Next trim's at 748. Just front running that 50 area. All right. Yeah, so we're going to talk about this. So for these type of trades, so futures move fast, especially entries, trims, exits, all that stuff. The way I trade is fairly quick. Some people trade futures even way faster, and it's almost impossible to do callouts and stuff. But the thing to know here, this is for confluence and for building this into your strategies. None of this is financial advice. I'm not telling you to follow my trades. Actually, I don't want you to follow my trades. I want you to learn from my trades. I want you to use my trades as confluence. That's what this is all about. It's all about learning and growing together. If you have the same idea and you take it with me, I hope you make more money than I do. I hope you do better than I do. But that's the whole key here. We want to learn. We want to educate. We want to work together. Everyone wins, right? But please do not just follow my trades. Please look at your own analysis. Use it as confluence. Maybe you see an idea or something that you like. And we'll see what we can get there. I do want to keep my eyes on what's going on. This gap, we need to fill this gap on SPY. That would be, at this point, which should probably take us this area. We'll keep our eyes on that on Qs. ES just now touching that. Deep has a question right there. Am I going live every day? Right now, starting out, we are doing Wednesday and Thursday mornings. 2 hours on this channel. I'm working on some other stuff. So whether I'll be live more here, whether I'll be live more in other places, trying to get into streaming more. I think this is a good spot to start though for us. Honored to be here, a part of Edgeful, streaming on Edgeful. Absolutely love Edgeful's tools. I mean, you guys can see me using them in real time. It's not like, hey, check this out. You know, it's pretty cool, right? No, you see me. I mean, look at my chart. Look at every one of these indicators that I've been looking at all morning and using. Every single one of them. And then on my other chart here, this right here, pivot points, or two of the big things that I watch all day long, right there, never leave my chart, are from Edgeful. The data that I put into this, it's all from Edgeful. So definitely check out Edgeful. Down in the description below, there's links. Make sure you follow the socials and stuff. But we'll see as far as streaming going forward. But right now, at least for the next month, we are still doing 2 streams a week for a couple hours, Wednesday and Thursday. We'll look at Christmas, I believe, is actually on a Wednesday. So we'll look at that week and see maybe if we switch things up a little bit and see. But we'll try to get you at least 2 streams a week over here with Edgeful. And then those of you that follow me on X and my YouTube channel, you will see me go live from time to time in other places. But I'm loving this stream right here on Edgeful. This has been fun. This is the second week. This is only the 4th stream that we've done, and it's been good. It's been good. Last week we basically just stayed out of trouble. Made a little bit of money, but between yesterday's dip buy and this trade this morning, We're doing good. We could lock in some more profit here if we wanted to be safe. I'm so comfortable with my risk to reward right now. Yeah, maybe I could sell one more here, lock in a little bit more profit, but nothing's really telling me. I mean, failure to go lower, immediate big reaction, break your orb high, base above it. So I can actually probably show it better even here. This is previous week's range. It's this indicator right here. I'm going to flash it so you guys can see previous week range. Can y'all see that okay? This highlighted area down here, previous week's range. It was also the NFP, so non-farm payroll. That was the high of Friday's NFP day today. We came below it, but look, even on the 15-minute or on the 5-minute, you see this right here on the 15-minute. I mean, that's a springboard, right? So I see that reaction. We were patient this morning. We came up, we broke, this was basically 15 and 30-minute orb was right in this area. And, I had that indicator. I switched it off because, once we broke and did it. But essentially, if you just draw this on your own chart, so you see this line right here, if you don't have the indicators, which you should just get Edgeful, you get all the indicators included for free. But yeah, right here, drop this on here. Draw your orb. This is 15-minute orb and 30-minute orb. It turned out to be both today because we spent so much time down here. But when we broke over this, and then look at this, base, boom. That was our trade setup. We were patient all morning. We got it. What a morning so far. And we're still pushing. Boom, 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 boom. So the X stream is a little bit faster than YouTube. Interesting. That's why we send it to multiple places. I wonder what Instagram's like, actually. I wonder what the Instagram stream looks like. I've never really streamed on Instagram before. This software allows us to send it out to multiple places. So we're hitting you guys on YouTube, on Edgeful's YouTube. We're hitting you guys on the X broadcast for Edgeful, as well as the Instagram. I'm looking. You guys hear me trail off. I have ADHD. I look at a lot of things the whole day. I process a lot of information. And when I trail off mid-thought, it's because I'm seeing 2 or 3 things and I'm processing that information. We got Bob just supporting everywhere. I love that. Love that. All right, we got a couple minutes left on the stream here. I did start a few minutes late today, so we'll run it a little bit longer. We did yesterday as well. I was trying to get some things prepared and sorted out this morning, so apologies if you were waiting right there at 9:15 Eastern. I think it was about 5 or 7 minutes late when I got it started, but we'll make up for that. Make sure we get the full 2 hours. We're not gonna cut you guys short. We're right at an hour 50 since I started the stream. We'll go at least another 10 minutes or so here. Bob's the original poster child of ADHD. I think I broke the scale whenever I got tested for it, and I got tested for it because of a concussion. I wasn't even supposed to get checked out for ADHD. But hey, something that limits you in some places can be can end up being a benefit in other areas. I'm just trying to manage my stop here. And you find out how to turn it into a tool. I think your stop out just has to be basically right here. I mean, basically break even, or don't even know how do I move this thing now? I can't even move it. Oh, there we go. So is this going to be a flag? This is what we're looking for. I'm just going to take this off, but you guys know the idea here. So hopefully this flag's off the 9. But if it immediately rejects here and then comes under this and doesn't support on this area, then we see what happens here again. But we've already won the trade. We can even probably close it out up here if you want. I personally, my style is I still like it. My expectations for today are not high, so I don't want to like try to hold a big position and keep the additional risk on. I want to lock in profits today. So I'm thinking I'm probably going to stop out. I'm processing this in real time, but we'll see how this plays out. Little tweezer top on Amazon. SPY still looks good. I mean, this still looks good off the 9. I don't really have any reason to get out of this trade. I could trim more here just to de-risk and lock in some more profit. I think that's actually what I am going to do. So let's go down to a 3rd position right here at our original target. So we're locking in from the 98 average. Basically, if we just call it 700, it's easy numbers, right? So we're locking in 25 points. We also trimmed at 34 right here at this data high, which that's about 34, 35 points. And we're out 2/3 of a position between 25 and 35 points. Is a solid trade on NASDAQ, depending on your sizing, of course. Everyone's size is relative to their account and their risk, so it's all different. We all trade different. But right here where we're at right now, I just filled another little trim. I'm down to 3rd position. I'm looking for a trim up here at 48. So what I want to see, I want to see a trim here like this, and right here, and then we'll leave like one little runner above that if we make it. But this to me looks like we're going to push and hopefully flag like this. Hopefully this is just a little mini bull flag and we continue off of this EMA 9. I mean, basically kind of like that type of idea. I'm just fired up for Garrett, man. I'm still thinking about Garrett having his first child today. A beautiful baby girl. So fired up for Garrett. Shout out to Garrett. Garrett put us on the sauce yesterday, too. He caught that IB. That's not the best looking 15-minute candle, but as long as we're over, look, we're basing over IB high right here. So that's what this 0 line is. That's IB initial balance. Go back to QQQ. This is still telling us, how far we have to that gap. So if you keep this like up on the side of your screen, you can watch this a lot. We did break out, double break on this. What is double break? So the fact that we're going to come back and test that low is 19%. So to come test this again is just a 19% chance. If you short at any point today, your targets should be here or high, probably here. I wouldn't even shoot for that. If you find a break of structure type of short today, always use data like that. Use these Edgeful reports for your targets as much as anything. So like I know it's only a 50-50 shot that we fill the gap on QQQ. So there's only a 50-50 shot we make it to here. So to me, that tells me if I'm in a position, I want to be out almost my entire position if this does happen. And like ultimate target would be like up in here. Yesterday's high. I mean, if you have one runner above here, you either take it off here or you trail your stop on it. That's my advice, because to me, we're not here to capture every single point. We're here to capture the bulk of the move and get out. And we're having trouble in the same area, but we're still fine here. But I am out 2/3 of my position, and I'm very happy with this trade. Stops can be moved up wherever you see fit. Just heard Texas is filing for a Bitcoin reserve. What's crypto doing today, guys? We haven't even looked at crypto. How's my Uber doing? Okay. We're okay. Dell, okay. Ooh, Avgo's selling off a little bit into earnings today. Well, shout out to Chad, changing the music and changing the whole market. Just heard some bad news come out on this. I don't know what Tenet Healthcare is, but they just got hit with a bad news headline. Small caps, not really. I keep wanting to get into this, but where? Is it here? Keep wanting to get in this IWM. Chad gets credit today. Chad said change the music, and when we change, look, y'all want to see where? Hold on. Let's take a look at this. This is what happened today. Just in case anybody's curious. Chad saved the market. Cheers, Bob. Always enjoy you joining in. Appreciate it. See you multiple platforms joining in, making money with us. It's always good to have you. Appreciate every one of you that tuned in this morning. We are coming into right at 2 hours here since I went live. I did that 5-minute countdown to get started, so I'm going to run through that. That gives us another 2.5 minutes or so. We'll kind of see. We'll hit the 11:30 Eastern candle, and then we'll call it for the morning. But can't be mad on a day like today. So I mean, let's look at our big picture again, right? Let's look at our big picture. This is a classic inside day, right? So big up day, inside day. We haven't even tested the open or close of the day before. We made some money in the right direction. I mean, if you look left where we held, this is what I was talking about, the previous high over here. It's always good to look at your bigger picture. Yeah, and you look. We're still getting bought up in this area. This looks like an SR flip. If we're just being 100% fair, so like this basically is an SR flip. This is an ugly 15-minute candle though, but we saw that on. Didn't we see that on ES already? Decently ugly candle, and we're still pushing up. ES. Yeah, we're still good. I think we're good to hold the trade. That's what I'm planning to do. Some definite resistance happening here. We're still holding the right area, but I think it could even like shoot down here and still be okay. If you want to lock in, lock in. Lock in, secure profits, right? On a day like today, more than anything, an inside day probably gets really choppy. I don't really want to play with this. I do want to kind of lock in some more profit. I'm going to move my stop up actually into profit. I'm going to put it up in this area, probably right here, 704-ish. And if I get taken out, I get taken out. That's fine. We haven't touched this 21, which makes me think they're going to support here. So I'm going to trail up into this and try to hang out right here below this with a stop. If it comes any lower, I'll get stopped out in profit on the rest of my position. We'll have a great day. So, all right, guys, that's going to be it for the stream. Just wanted to give you guys the final plan for this trade. I still would like to see this hit. If I get stopped out in here, I will look for this to continue to hold. Might get long again. If we fell back down, maybe I short, maybe I take it easy for a little while. I think in the bigger picture, we have a chance at a very choppy day inside day today. So I don't really want to trade a whole lot, but as long as we're still kind of uptrending, holding these EMAs, as long as and this right here, orb high. We hold orb high, VWAP, and this halfback from yesterday. At this point, it's still a really good look to the upside, but I don't want to, I want to lock in profit, right? I can always take another trade later, see if I get another setup later in the day. If not, if it continues to go, hey, great. Even if I get stopped out, I made money. I trimmed out 2/3 of my position up in this area. And if I get stopped out in profit on the end of this, hey, we're still good. I appreciate all of you that joined in today. Make sure you go sign up and try out Edgeful. Got to do it. Got to try it out. Edgeful is fantastic. You see all the indicators that we get with them. You see how the data can be used in your trading. I'll try to keep showing you guys that. Next stream is next Wednesday morning, which is also FOMC day. We may have a choppy morning that morning, but we'll be here either way. Look forward to seeing all of you guys again. Shout out to everyone that's been here in the chat. Bobby Don, appreciate you. Chad, Visceral was in here. Deep joined us. Q was in here for a bit. We appreciate all of you guys tuning in. And the biggest of shout outs to Garrett, of course, having that baby girl today. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you so much for tuning in. We will catch you guys on the next stream next week. Have a great rest of your week, and I wish all of you a very profitable day. Later.